Well, welcome, Gwen, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How,
Thanks for having me.
you're welcome. How does it feel?
Feels awesome. It feels really, really great. This is something that I've longed for. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, when I finished nursing school, I had two thoughts. One, should I burn these books because it just represented a season of learning that was difficult and challenging, yet I knew it was going to be rewarding. So, one part of my mind wanted to burn the books. And then the other part was like, um, these are great resources, great memories. I want to hold on to them for future reference. Do you want to burn the material at this point, or do you want to hold on to it for future reference? How do you feel?
I want to hold on to it. Definitely hold on to it. I've been trying to organize and keep things together so I can go back to it, review it, make sure it sticks, make sure it stays there so I'll always know to hold fast to what I've been taught through this program.
Absolutely. So, Gwen, can you give us a little bit of background who you were pre coming into our community, and also what inspired you to be an entrepreneur, and then what specifically attracted you to staffing?
Well, prior to joining the challenge, I was in mortgage for 22 years. So this is totally new for me, totally new.
Wow.
I did previously own two umbrella companies that were a little bit different than owning your own business per se. So coming across this program and learning to be a CEO of my own company was definitely is it's challenging, not challenging, but definitely what should I say, rewarding.
Yeah. So, what mortgage? That's like a huge, like, that's a huge switch, right? So, what made
Yeah.
you look into staffing specifically? Was there something that just piqued your interest about this industry, or how did staffing even come into your view?
Well, I always knew I wanted to own a business, which, like I said, I had, but staffing is different from what I've previously done. It was the other businesses were recruiting and bringing people in to own a business as well. But if the goal and the insight is not the same as yours, then sometimes it doesn't work. So when I came across staffing and realized that you could actually staff in healthcare, it was it was just mind blowing to me because my daughter, she had currently enrolled in nursing school, and I was starting to see all the hours that she was putting in and hearing the stories behind how the industry was going. So it sparked an interest, and I came across your challenge and just decided to join and listen to see to find out exactly what it was about. And once learning, I was ready to go. I was just ready to go and start their business. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, and you've probably heard me say this before, these guys started calling me. I had been introduced to this group of guys, all billionaires, by a friend who was a part of that group. And they started just calling me like crazy. And I mean, they're very well known. They own hospitals, healthcare systems. Some of them own professional sports teams and things like that. It's people that people would know. But I was like, why are they calling me? Right. And they were like, you know something about healthcare staffing, and basically like they wanted to know what I knew about it. They were looking at opportunities in this industry. So I think what you just said is so relevant, that even though they had no background, no history, no connection with healthcare, really not really a huge connection with healthcare, they still saw the opportunity. Like, wait a minute. And it's like it came into their view. And then you know how that thing, like, you can't see what you've already seen? It's like I couldn't make them go away, because they're like, now we know, right? Now we know, like, it's a thing. So it's so funny just when people who are not traditional in the staffing space or in healthcare staffing, like, get like that aha, like, wow, this is a huge opportunity. So thank you for sharing that. So you've just went through the actual program and you graduated today, like, where did you find the courage? Because there's still a process in going through, okay, I'm going to learn about it. I'm going to peek around and try to find out some things to actually moving forward. Like, how do you develop, like, what did that look like for you?
If you really have an interest in just leading and wanting to grow in something, you research. So by me joining the actual challenge, it taught me everything that I needed to know and allowed me to be able to move forward in it. So the courage came when I pitched it to my family. Of course, they were all for it because they knew through the prior businesses that if I set my mind to something, I'm going to do it. So the courage came from my family, of course, and then from me not wanting to go back to working a 9 to 5 and fulfilling someone else's dream.
Absolutely. What would you say the most, I don't like to use the word challenge, but, well, can you give us, what was the biggest thing you had to overcome to get to today, which is graduation day, like on this journey for yourself?
Mm-hmm. My biggest challenge or hurdle would be time, just making time for the business, the material, just making sure that I was in place to receive everything that was given. I just made it a point to be, when the meetings would start, I would be there in my seat. If there was homework to be done, I would try to stay ahead of it. Anything that was put before me, I just made sure that I conquered it, that I understood it, and that I was ready for it.
Absolutely.
So that was. Mhm.
What did you learn about yourself, Gwen, during this process?
That I can I can actually stay on task because before I had a problem with that. I would jump from this thing to that thing, trying to get everything done. I've learned that I can stay on task with the mentorship that I was given. I was able to follow what they were giving me and stay on task and complete it. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. And it's so good when we have a system and a roadmap, because we know when we get off course. So I'm a huge advocate of, like, I need a roadmap, girl. Otherwise, we're not getting anywhere, right? I need the steps, believe it or not, right? And so that's great to hear that, you were able to follow the system. So what is it that you want people to see when you're actually in your staffing firm and doing the work? What is it that you want people to see or people to note about your staffing firm?
I want them to know that there is work-life balance. I want this business to be based upon fulfilling the dreams of others as well. My plan for my business is to help people to be successful in their career, pretty much. So I want to take from high school graduates with the CNA certificate. I want to get them licensed. I want to get them to whatever it is, whatever stage of healthcare it is that they're looking to go. I would like to do that. Getting them into the courses, sometimes even offering, some type of program to help pay for that. I want to just create that work-life balance. I want them to be happy with their career, and I want them to matter in their career. I want them to feel valued.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Gwen, because, so we're all here for a different reason. And I have to say this, right? Because I'm pro entrepreneur, right? I only teach entrepreneurship. However, I'm biased. There is a group of individuals who don't want this, right? They're like, this is not my lane. And so for
Right.
those individuals, what it looks like, Gwen, is exactly what you said. They want the time, the income, they want the freedom, they want the ability to choose. But by you saying yes, and so many others opening your staffing firm, you're giving them that, because they don't necessarily want this. They just need a new
Right.
way to do an old thing. Does that make sense?
Yes,
And
definitely.
so Absolutely. You're creating the space for them to do that. And so let me ask this. What is your, let's forecast. What if we were talking again next year at this time? What is the greatest thing that you would be telling me about? Like, what would your greatest accomplishment be in your organization?
My greatest accomplishment, I would say, that I could tell you that I've actually accomplished or want to accomplish, is to create entrepreneurs if that's what they want. If they do not wish to do that, I want to create a safe space for them in their workplace. Create happiness within the workplace. And I also would like to teach people how to be compassionate in their jobs, how to care for, their patients. I don't have that experience, but I know how to show empathy. I know that being professional and I know that being courteous will take you a long way. So I don't really have the education side of it when it comes to the healthcare, but I do have that passionate side, and I can help people grow to be who I know they can be and who I know they would like to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there any thoughts, any final thoughts that you want to share with everyone as we're listening and you're being considered for the Upriser Award?
Yes. If you have any second guesses about joining this challenge, please don't take it for granted. Sign up. It'll be the best thing that happened to you. I never thought that I would be a CEO. I just thought that I would continue to be a leader and to lead people to great things. But now I have the ability to create those things, to see them through, and help them accomplish those goals on a different level. So go for it. They say go big or go home.
Absolutely. I think that's a good way to close it out. Go big or go home. Guys, give it up for Gwen in the comments. Let's show her some love because she's graduating today and she's starting the work, guys.